Alex digs a massive hole in the ground. Hopefully nobody falls in there. Why, Buff Santa? For what reason? Dante knocks out Alice in a fist fight. How, Dante? How'd you do that? Good day, good people. It's another fine day in the year of the Zenith Toon Link. Dave, Bravo, Anomaly, the Anomalacars, if you know me as the man who's ready to bring you guys some OC tag team action. And thus, I'm the United States Savior. Welcome back to another phenomenal episode, another glorious episode, and an extra exciting episode of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. And I hear it. I hear the music. I hear the live chat. How doth y'all do? How doeth y'all do it on this day in the Hunger Games? It's time to get this bad boy started. We got some fresh teams and some returning teams, surprisingly enough, here to show what they're made of and potentially fight today for the Danganronpa Hunger Games OC Tag Team Championships. But who might those people be who are fighting for said titles? I think there's one way to find out. We gotta introduce everybody who's here, all these OCs. Let's do it, let's go for it. Hit it off with that most excellent. Starting it all off, game theory. We've got gamers and we've got logic, so that brings us to game theory, starting with the Ultimate Logician, created by Himari. Natsuki Nishimiya is back. Back once again. That sharp looking yellow jacket. You love to see it. Natsuki's back. With the one and only, returning from after a hot minute, Mimi. Created by Mimi. Mimi Nishimiya Nishima. The Ultimate Gamer has returned once again. These two going hand in hand. Mimi here, Natsuki there. Together, the gamer and the logician, they make game theory, but will their win be a theory? I'll have to wait and see. Returning from last season, they had some fantastic moments. Opposites attract. And you know her now, you love her now, created by Rio. The Ultimate Medic has returned. Nevi Dunkel is back once again. Character and art done by the incredibly talented Callan Kalinske. And with Nevi, a returning Koya, Ixran. Created by Elxus, the Ultimate Squad Leader, has returned not to lead a squad, but to lead this team to victory. Can these two get it together? Claim victory today. Once again, the character and art by Callan Kalinske, a part of the Terminus RP. And as we keep on moving, we see the Swashbucklers. Returning from last season, created by Fan of Animation, the Ultimate Pirate Captain has returned. Captain Peggy, Scourge of the Seven Seas. But with Captain Peggy this time, you know Captain Peggy, she knows pirates like the back of her hand. We have a new to the competition, created by TBZ, Akira Maruyama. And is this the ultimate pirate, or is it just an actor? I am uncertain. But we're about to find out. Peggy will certainly be able to tell if this is a true swashbuckler. Will they be able to find out and on their way claim victory today? We'll have to wait and see. But Akira is not the only person who's brand new to the competition this season. Team Distressed Dads are here. And we got, first and foremost, Alvric Griffith. Created by Ecto, the ultimate pianist. You know, playing the keys, tickling the ivories, as they say. Alvric is here. Will Alvric be able to take the win? I think it's entirely possible, especially with Dante Victor Nex at his side. Created by Kira /Lux, we got the Ultimate Executioner, which, I'll be frank, would be very handy in a game like this. Will Dante and Alfred be able to work together? Of course. But will they be able to come out on top? I'm unsure. But it might be hard for them. It might be hard for every team here today when you're forced to try to fight a team that is truly undetectable. We have a returning Silver Fortune, one of the best, created by Benjamin. The biggest of them, the Ultimate Secret Agent, is here, a part of Murder on the Despair Express. And with Silver, we also have a returning Legault Simmons. The Ultimate Thief is back once again, created by Theo Bella. Art by DNA4 Gaming on Discord, or Festivum Apparel on Instagram. And while these two often go undetected, it's hard to miss these next two. A dark influence. Starting with Cameron Mason, created by XSP, the Ultimate Influencer is here. And I'll tell you, using all the social media, influencing the masses, it is hard to not get caught up in that. But with Cameron this season, in tag team action, we have a returning Melody Billette, created by Melody Mute, the Ultimate Assistant, has returned. Will she be able to assist this Ultimate Influencer? Oh, I think it's a possibility. However, make sure to check out Melody Mute Arts on Twitter. Even though Cameron, partner, doesn't love Twitter, still uses it, and will still follow Melody Mute Arts. But as we go on, this team is truly here to learn to fly. Because together they are Pilot Wings, and introducing first, created by Haza Ruruka Cross, the Ultimate Pilot, Pirare Otao Beijeon. The Ultimate Pilot is here with a name that I will butcher more than once during this episode. That's not a prediction. It's a spoiler. But much easier to pronounce, it's a returning Mona Lisa, created by Cherry. The Ultimate, I'm uncertain. But this season, will she be able to keep up with her partner? Will they be able to soar to new heights, maybe even soar to championship gold? We'll have to wait and see. With them is a team that you really want to root for. They are together this season, the Global Ghost Hunters, Michi and Mochi. And to start, Michi, the Ultimate Paranormal Investigator, Michi Akahoshi, created by Super High School Level Sleep, back once again. And we know Michi by now, and you know who else we know by now? Tagging with Michi this season, Mochi, created by Art, the Art Gamer, the one and only. The Ultimate Traveler has traveled back to tag team action. And as we continue to step through, everyone knows these two. Let's start off, it's the gift of gaming. First of all, Christmas is right around the corner. The fight before Christmas is always also right around the corner. But you think about what you want for Christmas, at the top of people's list, you better believe it's gotta be some video games. And so these two are here to make a little bit of Christmas magic and give the gift of gaming. We're talking, if there shall be a wing on the Hall of Fame for OC action, you better believe her name is in there. Former singles champion, former tag team champion, former agent of chaos, she's pretty much done it all. Murasaki Tomoyashi, back once again, created by Simple for RRs, the Ultimate Gamer, is here to play the game. Artwork by Zell. And when you think of recognizable figures, you think Murasaki. But you know who else you think of? The buffest Santa that there's ever been. It's almost his time of the year. Alexander Adams. Created by Yumi, the Ultimate Delivery Boy, is here to deliver a phenomenal victory, a phenomenal performance in this game, maybe. We'll have to wait and see. But your Danganronpa Hunger Games OC Tag Team Champions. And when we talk about an OC wing for the Hall of Fame, you kind of have to look at Roma's Showtime this season. Last season, he also started off Tag Team Champion. He is the only two-time Tag Team Champion in the short history of the titles. Roma's Zorea, created by Nakorn. The Ultimate DJ and the Ultimate I think that Ultimate might be Ultimate Tag Team Champion at this point. But with Roma's this season, capping it off from last season, defending and showing up with those titles, we have Sukoi Nimiaiwoi, created by Tiff. The Ultimate Geisha is back. And targeting them relentlessly, we have Agents of Chaos. And this season, hair and makeup. Natsuki Okamura, created by Marco as a Total Weeb, the ultimate hair stylist. Part of Danganronpa Endless Crimson has returned. And with Natsuki, we also see former tag team champion, current Agent of Chaos, Ashi Akubara. Created by the #1 Yanfei main, who I believe is now Paimon phobic. The ultimate method actor is back and targeting those champions. And so, before we even make those picks, you know who we just introduced, the champions and the Agents of Chaos, so we might as well. Gonna push this down just a little bit so you can see this wheel in all of its glory. Because in 3, 2, 1. Chaos has only been cashed in on tag team champions on 3 occasions, I believe. Yes. Because they've only existed for 2 seasons. It has been cashed in... Actually, no, it's only been cashed in twice, right? Cashed in once on Romas and Lee. Cashed in another time on Sparilius and Mochi. This could be... Poor Romas is pretty much almost always involved in these. It's unfortunate for Romas. But that just proves how much of a competitor he is to be in this position all of the time. Will Chaos reign on Romas again? Let's find out. This wheel, it spins round and round and round like a record player. But will this record end in a sweet symphony? Or will it end in sweet chaos? It is safety today. We have ourselves a regular match. I'll be frank, I can never tell with the OC wheel. Anytime, I'm ready for it. Anytime, I'm ready for it. Jacket, already up there, ready for it. However, this is a normal match. We're just chilling, so... Live chat, I know you've all already made your picks. So, like, cool. Glad you made them, but if you didn't make them in the comments, go ahead and make them. Make your picks for first, second, and third. I gotta make my picks. So don't wait for me, you go ahead and make yours. I'm gonna make mine right now. Give me Undetectable for first. I'm taking Undetectable for first. For second, I'm gonna take the Global Ghost Hunters. The GGH? I'm feeling the GGH today. I think they're picking up a big victory. And for third, I'm gonna take Game Theory. It's not just a theory, it's a game theory, in fact. Those are my top 3 that I'm picking to go on to the top, because your top 6, they all earn themselves a spot in the tag team finale for OC action. But who will place in the top 16s, it's gonna be interesting to find out. I haven't the slightest idea, but we introduced everybody, we spun the wheel. I think it's about time that we just find out together, don't you? Where's Asmir? Oh right, it's Orteal. He's got the day off. Hit me with the thank you. All these teams, game theory, opposites attract. The swashbucklers, the distressed dads, undetectable, dark influence, pilot wings, global ghost hunters, gift of gaming. Showtime, your champions, and hair and makeup, your agents of chaos. The titles are not on the line, but 6 spots to go on to the finale are. So it's important to do your best and make it all the way to the top. Let's start round 1 and find out how this goes. Ooh. It is round 1. The horns, they're doing that thing that they do. They sounding. I love it when they sound those horns. Horn bearers, could you give them a little taste of what you... Thank you. Thank you, horn bearers. I appreciate you to your fullest, but Nevi wonders about the future. Romaj uses a mysterious gas to knock out both Legault and Koya in order to put death collars on them on the jump. Silver tries to kill Romaj, but Romaj is very good in tag team action. Retaliates and takes her out instead. Captain Peggy's found a table. Who's gonna be walking the plank right through a table? We're about to find out. Mimi's also got one. Ashi's being adorable as always. Natsuki attacks Akira from behind and kills him. Y'all, I'm starting to think that Akira might have been a fake pirate this entire time. We'll find out. The pirate life might not have been a life for him. Pirai Ray Otel. Chalk that up for number 1 on me. You're about to get a nickname. You're about to be Ray Rai or Otel or Pira. Pirai Ray. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. Cameron rambles on about something nobody cares about. Natsuki puts a death collar on Mochi. Don't you dare. Be sour. While he's sleeping, Monalise attacks Koya before Nevi can react. Nevi rushes to help, but Koya dies in her arms. Oh no. We know that Nevi can carry. We do know that Nevi can carry. Nevi might have to carry today. Alvric, Big Al, is ready to defend his friends Legault. Wants to end things once for all with Murasaki, but she is an all-timer at this point. Long gone are the days where she's dying in the bloodbath. These days, she's taking names and handing out shame. Michi finds a pumpkin overflowing with the power of Halloween. Mochi searches for anyone who can get this death collar off of him. Sukoi finds a suit of blue armor, puts it on like gleams of dazzling shine. Alex digs a massive hole in the ground. Hopefully nobody falls in there. Why, Buff Santa? For what reason? Dante knocks out Alice in a fistfight. How, Dante? How'd you do that? Puts a death collar on him. And Melody visits the pumpkin patch outside of Celeste Holiday Mansion. Picks up a blue ribbon pumpkin. That thing's gotta be massive. You probably should have had Alex help out with that. We lost 4 already, though. This game is already on the road. Some crazy items are already in play. But most of all, it's just a Claire de Lune 4. Silver. Akira. Koya. Legault. It's still anybody's game, though. We technically already have 1 revival item in play. Just 1? Yes, we currently have just 1 revival item in play. Will it be used as a revival item, though? That's the bigger question. That much I'm uncertain about. But without further ado, I do believe we gotta proceed. It is still a good item feel in the simulators for now. Winter's approaching, winter is coming, as they say. But we gotta keep on going. To round 2, and at the start of it, we see a lot of people perishing. Nevi starts sobbing uncontrollably. Michi wants this to be over already. Pirai Ray Otal attempts to kill Natsuki, but Mimi intervenes to protect her. Unfortunately, Mimi perishes in the attempt. Mimi. A real one. Never forget it. Cameron finds a diaper suit, puts it on. It's quite fetching. Alex wonders if this was really the reason that he was created. For the OC games, no. It must have been to be buff. and to be merry. Oh yes. Melody sits their pumpkin outside of their camp. Alvric stares into the distance. Natsuki manages to sneak attack Monolise and Pirai Ryotao, slaughtering them both. Murasaki is thinking of plans to get out of there. Romas just finds some leather scraps. He's now embraced his inner caveman. Ashi tries to kill Sukoi, the champion, but the knight's armor diverts the blow. Our agent of chaos is like, oh, champion, my champion. She's a little unhinged. She's about to be a little bit more than unhinged. She's about to be unalive. Mochi finds an axe. Captain Peggy sets up her table before grabbing Michi in a headlock. Captain Peggy then suplexes Michi through the table. She's out of this one. Sukoi's had enough and is now enraged, and Natsuki finds a lovely bikini and puts it on. It's quite revealing. But Ashi sneaks up on Dante. But Dante, being the bright being that he is, knew all along that he was followed and was able to counterattack and take Ashi out of this one. We lost 5 more. We're already down to 13. We'll check out who's left, in fact. After this, Claire de Lune 4. Mimi, Monolise, Pirai Ryotao, Michi, Ashi. We'll have to peek at everybody's statuses, shall we? Let's do it together. Top 6 teams. There are a couple teams that are completely out, but not many, I don't think. The gift of gaming survives in its entirety. Nevi remains trying to outlast, but is shell-shocked. She got snapped out of it. Hair and makeup styles Natsuki, they still have to earn their way. Just like the champions have to earn their way into that championship match. Pilot Wings are completely out, but I'll be frank, doesn't mean they're out quite yet, because we could get revivals, we could get Ghost and Possessions, which would cause a revival. A lot of things can happen here in Ordeal. Dark Influence is actually completely in. The one thing that concerns me though is Cameron being annoying, and how long will Melody be able to put up with it. Distressed Dads are also completely in. Very good on them. Natsuki remains for Game Theory, Swashbuckler still have Captain Peggy, Showtime the Champion's completely in, Undetectable, we're detected, unfortunately, and Global Ghost Hunters still have Mochi trying to travel around and get this big win. Mochi knows how to do it. Will Mochi be able to do it today? I don't know. But 3 more until your saving grace picks. Let's move forward and find out. I don't think anything too crazy is in anybody's hands. I think we might have like a really just chill, normal game. I see a whole lot of blue, and that immediately worries me, but Captain Peggy has found a table. Hopefully nobody goes through it. Captain Peggy, you just put somebody through a table. And then she was like, oh, I need another one of these. Natsuki walks into a very strange machine. Her molecule's gonna rearrange. She's got ghost powers. Cameron trips and falls in a really bad way, snapping his neck. Cameron's out of this one. Alvric has a table, and Mochi's got a fishing rod. Now Mochi can catch all the fish. Romas uses title belt to hit Peggy from behind, leaving her dazed. Now we see a lot of people, not a lot of people, we see people starting to get out here. Murasaki's got that tank, and now Dante has it, which could spell disaster because he's gonna hold it into the start of the next round. Dante has just become the most dangerous player in the game. We've seen what that tank could do just this past Friday. Will happen today as well. Sukoi, ready to cleave some invaders in her knight's armor. Melody chucks the pumpkin into the sky. Mochi is out of this one due to pumpkin-related trauma. Natsuki reminisces about Mimi and sobs quietly. Nevi puts a death collar on Alvric while he's sleeping, and Alex uses a mysterious gas to knock out Romas and Murasaki and puts death collars on the both of them. We lost 2. 1 more team's completely out as we approach our top 6 teams. But right now it's 11-11 in terms of the teams, or the players who are left in this one. And thus, it's a Claire de Lune 4. Cameron. Mochi. There's a tank in play. There's a tank in play. It's the end of the round and that tank has not been stolen. I assume we're going to get to our saving grace picks next round. The real question is, how deep into our saving grace picks are we going to get into next round? If Dante uses that tank, we could be right close to the end. We could have like 4 people left. Let's find out. It's 11 people left, and we got to proceed. Top 6 teams could be decided in this very next round. Or we could just have a chill round. Maybe we'll just have a chill round, right? I was right for a while, but now it looks like it's a little bit less chill down there. Peggy snaps out of it. Murasaki! Wonder if she should build a machine that makes Yakiniku. Natsuki waves at Sukoi, but Sukoi chases her while shaking her fist. Nevi sits down with a blank stare. Dante somehow finds a bunch of tactical combat gear, equips it, provides optimal protection for the whole body. The Archons see great potential in Alex and grant him a Geo Vision melody. Tries to kill Dante, but Dante's combat gear diverts the blow. And Alfred gets revenge for that the attempted homicide, but Natsuki possesses Murasaki, walks her right off of a cliff. Natsuki knows that Murasaki dripped in gold in the past. As the current agent of chaos, she's like, I gotta get rid of that. Alfred sets up his table before grabbing Melody by the throat, then chokeslams Melody right through the table. Natsuki fills her bikini with gravel and uses it as an object to kill Dante. Good luck solving that. And the Archon see great potential in Romaz as well. Grant him an Animo Vision. We are down to just 8. I think we might be like 1v1v1v1v1 with these 3 people gone. I think everyone's on their own, but Sukoi's still in. So this makes it for a very interesting final 8. And a Claire de Lune 4. Murasaki, Melody, Dante. And thus, you might need some new picks. There's just 8 people left. But I don't... Peggy, honestly, congratulations on surviving so long. I think there's just one team of 2 left in, right? Yes. So there's 7 teams. So the next team that goes out will be the last team needed unless there's revivals for our top 6. That being said, keep that in mind when you're making your Saving Grace picks. Oh, it's that time again. We still got Peggy from the Swashbucklers. She may have determined that maybe Akira, not the best pirate of them all, but as the leader, as the ultimate pirate captain, the ultimate pirate leader, she gotta show it off. She's gotta show how to be a real pirate. Opposites attract Nevi. Nevi has been in this particular situation before. Koya perishes early. Nevi has to get over it and get them a spot. Can Nevi do it? It's a possibility, just has to survive one more person perishing. Alvrik, very first season. Distressed Dads. Dante just got out. Took out one of the agents of chaos, but taken out by the other one. Is it the other one? No, that's a different Natsuki. But now Alvrik, all alone, has a death collar on. Can Alvrik survive? Let's keep going. I also need to pay attention to who's got collars on, because if everyone in like the final 8 has collars on, that would have been a trip. We scroll down and we still see Natsuki of Game Theory still in. She's cute, she's taking out Dante. So there's a little bit of a rivalry going on between Game Theory and the Distressed Dads. Will they both make it, or maybe just one of them? Showtime still has Romaz and Sukoi, the champions, trying to prove to everyone why they are the champions. Both still around, and it's your final 8. They could walk out on top again. The gift of gaming has Buff Santa. Murasaki made it so far, but Buff Santa, he's big, and he's got a Geo Vision on his side now. And lastly, our Agent of Chaos, Natsuki, the other Natsuki. You can tell she's the Agent of Chaos because she's got all these KOs. So live chat, make your picks. First, second, third, you know what to do and how to do it. I'm gonna make mine. Give me, and this is gonna be a shocker for you, I think first place, Ghost Possession. Who do I think it's gonna be? I don't know. It could be anybody, but I'm gonna say Ghost Possession, and I'm not gonna name a character because I don't want to jinx them. But I think it's gonna be Ghost Possession. That's what I'm feeling. For second, give me Romaz. I just think he's gonna pop off in tag team action again. Sukoi's by his side right now. And then for third, Buff Santa. It's almost Christmas time. He's slowly regaining that Christmas spirit. I think he might capitalize today. Those are my picks. I know you've made yours. So without further ado, it is still your final 8. There's still a good chunk of people left. And when I say a good chunk of people, I'm talking Peggy, Captain Peggy, Nevi, Alvric, Natsuki, both Natskis, Alex, and the entirety of Showtime are all still standing here, hearts racing, pulse accelerating to the same rate. Is that of? That's wrong. Is that of, yes, a samurai woman? Every so often your finger gets on the wrong button, you're like, oh, soundboard, how dare you? How could you? Sabotage! Are you ready? Let's get in there. Let's also zoom in just a smidgen. As we click next round and we proceed to see. Ooh, Buff Santa. As things stand right now. Round 5 begins with Alex summoning stones around Natsuki's feet. Natsuki is now trapped and can't do a thing. Dante is writhing with maggots. Nevi uses a mysterious gas to knock out Captain Peggy and Natsuki in order to put death collars on them. Natsuki flaunts her bikini. Romaz creates an air current around Sukhoi, allowing him and her to ride the trees, or hide in the trees rather. Sukhoi is then so mad, steam's literally coming out of her ears, that he causes the fire, trapping and killing Alex and Captain Peggy in the flames, which means the gift of gaming was that final team outside of our top 6. Outside of revivals, we have our top 16 set. But what will happen? I'm uncertain. Alvric feels horrible for what he did. We're down to 6. So it's still Samurai Woman time. After this terrible turnabout 4. Alex. Captain Peggy. 6 people. 5 teams. The champions still going very strong together. But will that all change? In a moment's notice. It could end like that. But will it? I don't know, it's still Samurai Woman. Outside of revivals, we have our top 6 teams set. Will it stay that way though? That's the big question. The Swashbucklers are the last team. If any revivals happen, they're on the chopping block. Let's click next round and we'll see. A lot of stuff is going on. Still caught in the trap, Natsuki just kind of lays there moping. Nevi knocks out Sukhoi in a fight, puts a death call on her. Alvric feels sorry for Natsuki, frees her from the trap. Romaz then creates a sphere of air around Big Al and Sukhoi, keeping there long enough to suffocate them from within. Rest in peace. That brings us down to 4. Natsuki just does something really cute. Both Natsuki still in. Half of this match right now, half of the people alive are Natsuki. We have Nevi, we have Romaz, and now it's a 1v1v1v1. Because Sukhoi is out, so is Alvric, and it is indeed a terrible turnabout 4. Alvric. Sukhoi. You hate to see it. You truly do. But we are at your final 4. As I jot down these names real quick. Yeah. Because we still have a show to get on the road. Your final 4 are still in, and they are Natsuki and Natsuki. I almost hope it comes down to Natsuki versus Natsuki, but we still have Romaz and Nevi trying to stop that from happening, as they are all caught in what we like to call within our final 4, a crisis of fate. Which team will come out on top? Will there be any revivals, any ghosts, any spooks or specters? Let's click next round and we will find out together. We see. One does perish. Romaz prints out a bunch of invitations for his Halloween party. Natsuki's got a dimensional sight. Natsuki then shoots. Different Natsuki, energy from her hands, and Nevi's able to dodge the blows, narrowly escapes, but in her mad dash to escape, wanders off and gets lost, never to be seen again. Poor Nevi. You hate to see it. I think Nevi's also gone out like that one time in the past. But made it to the top 4, that's enough. Most likely to get in to that final 6, to go on to that finale match for the titles. But it is still indeed a terrible turnabout 4. Nevi. It is Sukhoi. I'm sorry. Natsuki, and Romaz. I was staring at Sukoi because she's gone right now. Will it be Romaz once again proving why he is a tag team expert? Will it be Natsuki, who just found her homie Mimi and they are entering in tag team action for the first time together? Or will it be Natsuki, our Agents of Chaos? I have no idea, but I think we just need to proceed and find out, don't you? Natsuki, Romaz, still a crisis of fate. Will we see Natsuki versus Natsuki, or will Romaz say, you know what, I'm not having that? Let's click next round, because we see it doesn't end, but Natsuki flaunts her bikini in front of Natsuki. This makes Natsuki absolutely jealous. I'm saying it. Natsuki tries to grip on Romaz, but Romaz creates a gust of air beneath himself and escapes, and Natsuki finds a bowling ball. There's been so much Natsuki. Ugh. When will it end? When will the Natsuki end? It almost ends here. As Natsuki shines her bowling ball, Romaz uses a gust of wind to blast Natsuki clean off of a cliff. And then Natsuki found a belt of Pokeballs. Who knows what could be inside of those? It is now an Animo legend, an Animo fiend versus a Pokemon trainer and a fallen Natsuki as we hit one last terrible turnabout 4. Natsuki. And thus, it comes down to other Natsuki, non-Agent of Chaos Natsuki, versus the champion Romaz, who, bar none, Orteal, this is his groove, this is his mix. You put Romaz in Orteal action, give him a tag team partner, he's straight. But I'll save that for when I ask you guys, who will it be? Romaz, Natsuki. Natsuki now has her Mimi with her. These two are ready to show the world what they can do. And hopefully what they can do is pick up a win over the tag team champions. If Chaos reigned today, there would be a 50% chance that Romaz would be the first person, along with Sukoi, to retain those titles, but that's not what it is today. Today, it's Natsuki trying to prove to the world what she's made of, but she has to do it against one of the greatest in tag team action, in OC action, Romaz. He is a premier fiend. When it comes to premieres for the OC championship, he's undefeated. He's won every time so far. And thus, once again, I have to ask you guys, who? Romaz, Natsuki. Natsuki, Romaz. Two competitors, one juncture, unless there is any sort of revival. But at this point, I don't foresee that. Because between Natsuki and Romaz, it all ends here, doesn't it? It doesn't. But Natsuki sends out a Pokeball and out comes Chimchar. Whoops, Natsuki started a campfire. Bravo, was that you? Romaz hands out invitations to every tribute to his costume party. It looks like a stray scepter is giving the tributes the power of their costumes. It is a costume party for 2. Does it end because of this costume party? It sure does. I gotta restart that music one more time. It ends right here. Romaz comes dressed as a clown, not even a spooky one, he better be funny. Well, let me tell you, he's telling the best joke of them all as Natsuki dances her heart out on the dance floor. Literally. Ladies and gentlemen, he's done it again. I don't know what it is about Romaz in Orteal action, in tag team action, but if Chaos would have reigned, they would have retained. And so, after the saddest of terrible turnabouts 4, Natsuki. It all ends here. And you know what? I want to say I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised because they worked well together. They made it so far together as a team, and at the end, he stood tall for the team again. Sukoi and Romaz again, but I'll say it one more time because, again, you're a winner. When they say it's showtime, it is showtime. Romaz knew the chaos could reign, and I think at this point, Romaz is thinking, look, sure, chaos might reign, but let me make sure if it does, still champions would be Sukoi and Romaz from Showtime. And thus, it all comes to an end. We have our top 6 teams, and we have, I guess, a show to get on the road. It all ended with Romaz strategically using his invitation. Natsuki couldn't resist, and you know what? His music at the party, because he's the ultimate DJ, was so good, Natsuki couldn't resist and danced her heart out, literally. That might have been brilliant work by Romaz once again, and because of it, Sukoi and Romaz will guaranteed be in that finale match. Oh yes. In fact, bring up the bracket real quick. We got Showtime is in there, as well as Game Theory, The Dearest Dads, Opposite Attract, Hair and Makeup, and the Swashbucklers just make it in. And those are your top 6 teams. They came, they saw, and they conquered, and they made it. And I'm proud of them. Good on them all. Natsuki, which of them? Natsuki from Hair and Makeup are Agents of Chaos. Had 4 KOs. Romaz also had 4. Sukoi with 2. Everyone else with 1 or less. It was a ride. This was a true ride, but even for all of the teams that didn't make it today, there is still the OC free-for-all. And do not forget, that could be for the Tag Team Championships, and it could be for the OC title, for the singles OC title. We've seen both on the line before. The odds of both of them hitting are low, but the only time that they've both been on the line before, it's hit. They both hit. So what can I say other than stay tuned for that if your teams didn't make it. Regardless, someone will be put in during that match. Who will it be? I'm uncertain. OC action will be returning. I don't know if it's next Sunday or the Sunday after, but it'll come back soon. Until then, stay classy. Year of the Zenith. We'll go through the rest of these actually. Monalise had 1 KO. Dante had 1. Alvric had 1. Natsuki had 1. Natsuki in 2nd place. Peggy also had 1. Murasaki had 1. Pirai Ray Oto Otao, there we go, had 1. Melody had 1. Everyone else with none, being Silver, Alexander Adams, Mochi, Mimi, Akira, Cameron, Legault, Nevi, Michi, Koya, and Ashi. No KOs, but they showed up and they showed out. And they were here, doing their best. And they will all be back. Every single person here will be back for the free-for-all. Do not forget it. That one big opportunity. And when opportunity knocks, someone's going to answer. Will it be one of the teams? Which of these teams that didn't make it today will answer that call? Or will it be a tag team that doesn't make it next time? I'm uncertain. Until next time, nice and favorite taking off. Toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thanks for watching.